97.1 AMP Radio. We are Edgar, Brian, and Chelsea. And with us in studio this morning, we have the one and only Iggy Azalea, everybody.
Yay!
How's it going? You said you're on our clock right now.
On your radio time, yes.
What time were you up at?
5. But now I feel like that's nothing.
No.
You just told me that you get up at like 2 a.m.
You got up earlier than I did
feel like
today,
an amateur now. I don't know what I've been bragging about all morning.
You know what? I wish I looked a fraction as good as you do today for how long I've been up as well, though.
Are you a morning person?
No,
not at all.
No, I'm a night owl. I definitely am. I don't go to bed until 5 a.m. usually.
Because that's like being a musician. You're in the studio. You probably make your best music earlier.
I'm not as bad as some people that I know. Like I start at about 3 to 4 p.m. and I'm in my head. I stop at 3 a.m. Like that's my theory, but it's not reality. Really,
Yeah.
I'll stay in there till 7 or 8
Yeah,
a.m.
it's like you stop and then everyone's hanging around, sitting there chit-chatting, wrapping up, de-escalating.
Yeah, and you eat food a lot. A lot of my sessions consist of eating food, ordering food, not being able to do stuff till food comes. So it's rough. Yeah, it's rough.
You got to know your motivation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I need food periodically to get my job done. And I have a lot of snacks when I'm in there. It's very food focused.
So Iggy, new album, In My Defense, coming out this summer. You got a new single, Started, out now. And this is the first album on your own label, Bad Dreams, correct? Mm-hmm. How much more freedom is that for you as an artist to do exactly what you want to do? Is it more or less? Are you excited? What can we expect?
Oh, I'm really excited. I'm like very happy about the way everything's been going because I was nervous to see without, a gigantic person with like endless amounts of money like Universal backing you. Like, how is that going to compare? But I think that it's been better. Mm-hmm. It's been better than ever before, and everybody's really supportive of everything that I've been doing, and I don't feel like I've lost any of the kind of like eyeballs or interest on my project, and that was my number one fear about going independent, and maybe why I didn't for, I should have earlier. That's how I feel now.
Right. Interesting.
Maybe I didn't for so long because I was scared about what that landscape looked like. But it's been awesome. I can put out music whenever I want. I don't have to get things approved by anybody.
Right.
I can record whenever I want. I don't have to call up and say, please, can I book a session a week from now? If I feel like recording, I can go down to the studio that day.
You're like the boss lady in charge.
Yeah,
it's so nice.
It's been awesome. And
I feel like that's a big thing with this digital era, which I've seen over the last 2 years, it's even evolved more so, where you're seeing artists feel free to be way more experimental, which it's got to be great.
I think it's helped a lot too with the digital era and the way people release music. There's no like formula as much as there was before, and I think that was hard being signed to a major. I think a lot of people there have a hard time because they've been doing this for so long and they're great at what they do, but I think it's hard for them to let go of that formula. And so when you're seeing what's working for other people, kind of being a bit more free with their campaigns and like, well, why don't we do it this way? And they're like, no, we got to stick to 6 weeks, and then we take a song to radio and we do this, and then we put out a remix pack, and it's like, well, that does work sometimes, but also this can work too, and this can help me with whatever I'm doing, and it's different, and it's exciting for fans, I think, as well, to not have like a standard release, because you can put little Easter eggs or reveal things differently, interact with them, in other ways, and so that's been really fun for me because in a way it feels like new things, and it's hard to feel like you're doing something for the first time when you've been doing something for years and years, as I have now. But a lot of this feels very new and fresh to me because it's a different approach.
Well, it's kind of crazy too because like the new classic, you released that 5 years ago.
I know.
So you're crazy.
It's crazy how time flies.
I know how. I remember interviewing you like during that album. I'm like, how does it seems like almost a year ago?
It seems like 10 years ago to me.
Really? So longer.
It's like it goes quick, but it seems a million years ago. Like maybe in 5 years, I feel like I lived 30 years.
Right, it does.
Packed into it because I did so much.
Yeah.
It was yesterday, but so much happened.
You're all over the place. You got the song. I mean, like we were talking before you got here, that song is one of those ones that we all remember it. Fancy, we all remember the new classic. And it does seem, when you look back, you're like, it wasn't that long ago, but it feels.
Like how?
It's
time.
So long.
Well, and you're in such a different place right now, 5 years later, such a different place. Obviously, your own label. And I love, because I saw you tweet that this album, and I'm not going to get the words exactly correct, but you're like, you're basically going to say F you to yourself for ever doubting yourself.
Yeah.
that's what this album represents. 100%. And I love that. Can you explain
100%.
that more and how that relates to the music you're creating?
It's such a hard thing to explain, but I think everybody can relate to it if I can put it into words. I just think sometimes we all doubt ourselves.
Oh, we all do.
And I don't know, I think sometimes when you can just like let go of all your inhibitions and really like take it there and impress almost or surprise your own self. And that's what I mean by saying, just say F you to the part of yourself that ever told yourself that you couldn't do it or ever doubted that you could be better than whatever it is that you thought. Like that was just my goal making this album. Like I just want to go in there and surprise myself or make something beyond what I even thought I could. And all of those like dark days that we all have where we feel like the negative voice is louder than the positive. I just want to say F you so bad to that voice that it never comes back ever again. And I feel like that's what I achieved with this album. I just feel so proud of it. And I know that I do because there are things that I do and I know I really genuinely like something I've made. You know, I want to listen to it in the car. Or I want to hear it in the morning when I'm getting ready. And I don't always do that with songs, but when I feel like I've really like made something for myself that I'm enjoying, those are the things I do, and I've definitely been doing that a lot with this album. So I'm excited. Yeah,
such an interesting concept and statement. I mean, I love it. I think it transitions just out of music itself too.
Yeah,
you talk
definitely.
about going from feeling like you have to be with a major label and this is how everything has to be done, and having that awakening of no, I don't have to. I can do it exactly how I want to do. And if you could go back to yourself 5-6 years ago, you say like, why would you ever doubt yourself when you have this creative power inside you? How
would you kind of describe this like era of Iggy for you?
I feel like it's fun. It's really fun. Honestly, I'm having fun. I don't know. I just, in a way, there's a freedom, I think, in letting go of those things. For me, at least, maybe not having those business ties or those like physical things or obligations also made me feel like I didn't have any obligation in other areas creatively and also in my life. I just didn't feel obligated anymore maybe to please other people, or I didn't feel the obligation that I have to have a hit that's like number one, or the obligation to want to top other things or things like that I think I felt pressure with before, which is natural. I don't know, almost all the obligation with that kind of went out the window, and I was like, actually, I'm not obliged to do anything, and I can just have fun with this. And it gave me a lot more freedom when I was recording. I didn't give big pop hooks or do that, but I have big hooks, they're mine.
Of course you do.
Of course you do. Of course I do, But I just didn't feel the obligation to do maybe those necessary steps that I felt before because they were expected or other people were looking for them. I just felt like all those rules just went out the window when I created my own path. It was like, you know what? All the things that come with this other path, those are things that I didn't even write into my own rule book. And I actually can rewrite my entire rule book by doing this. So why cool. keep those obligations or things? And when you do that and you remove all the rules, you just start to have so much fun. So that's what I've been having. And I think that you can feel that in the album.
Any collabs in this album you can tease at all?
I have a cool collab with Lil Yachty that's really fun. And I have a collaboration with this rapper called Cash Doll, who I love. Cool. I heard her on a song with Big Sean because she's from Detroit, and so is Big Sean.
Where I'm from, too.
She Detroit love. She killed it. And I was like, man, she's really, really good. Yeah. And then she recently got signed to Republic Records. And I was like, I think that she could, really go take it to the next level, and she put out a song called Ice Me Out, and I was like, this thing's catchy as hell. I gotta ask her to collaborate. So we have a song coming out that I'm really excited about. Cool. And we're gonna redo a video inspired by Romy and Michelle's high school reunion, which is one of my all-time favorite music videos.
Let's all invent the Post-its.
Let's invent Post-its, yes. We're going to have businesswoman lunch specials and all those other classic things in the movie, because I wanted to just do something that felt fun and, would be about friendship and girls. And
that makes me so happy, Iggy. Do you understand? Because I feel like it brings me back to, obviously, Fancy and your Clueless themed music video. I feel like your fans are going to love that.
I love to be inspired by moments in pop culture. And I love to reintroduce moments in pop culture to people that, I'm not old, but some of the kids that listen to my stuff, they're 14, 15, 16, or even the 20-year-olds that'll be like, well, what's that? I don't even know what that is. You'd be surprised how many people hadn't seen Clueless until they saw Fancy, because it's a whole other generation that gets to rediscover it. And I love like helping people rediscover moments that I felt like influenced me in pop culture, and definitely Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion is like a cult classic. Come on. I mean, so had to do. You
could almost like wear this for it, the pink.
I could. Right?
You're rocking it perfectly.
I could. Yes, I said today when I got dressed that I'm a Barbie businesswoman.
I love it.
Thank you.
Oh, Iggy Azalea, new album coming out this summer. In My Defense, the new single started out now. This sounds like it's going to be
it's going to be a lot of fun.
The year of Iggy Azalea, the year of fun, the year of doing exactly what you want to do.
Well, it's like the two songs you already released are killing it.
Thank you.
It started in Little Sally Walker, so it's got to feel really good as an artist.
Definitely.
That's like you're putting it out there. You've kind of been in and out for the last 5 years, but how does that feel for you?
I think it's good to be able to consistently put music out again. Like that's been the best thing about this year, because I have been in and out for the last 5 years, and I haven't really been able to have consistency and have a full project, and the things that come with that, like being able to put little Easter eggs in videos or hint at other things, make sure that everything's thematically on the same page or aesthetically looks like a big package, have fun reveals and just stuff like that planned for fans as well as what you're doing. And so because I've been able to be really organized and actually record a full album and it's ready to go and I'm in control of when it comes out, like I'm putting out music faster than I ever could.
So awesome.
Amazing.
When I had a major deal, and it's been massively like fun for me and the fans, because everyone's just, as soon as you think that you're just over or that song, then another one pops up, and that's what I'm really excited about with this Romeo and Michelle inspired video.
I mean,
it's right around the corner.
Everyone's gonna be.
I mean,
we're excited about that. We thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. I'm looking forward to this.
Yes,
the year of Iggy Azalea.
It's gonna be fun.
The year of fun. It's 97.1 Amp Radio. Edgar, Brian, and Chelsea.